Nova Council 1452 of the Knights of Columbus holds bingo every Sunday and Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. sharp on St. Clair Avenue. Help support the Knights of Columbus, who help support our community.
Oh, you're listening to 93.5 CHMR FM. Mon radio, in stereo, baby! I'm in the frenzy.
And we are back on 93.5 CHMR FM. You're listening to The Aperture, a weekly hour-long discussion of all topics geek culture. I am one of your hosts, Rory DC.
And I'm your other host, Adam the Porch Knight.
And I'm roving reporter, this year's Comic-Con correspondent, Penny.
There we go. Perfect.
Hooray.
Okay, I didn't come up with a format for questions, so you're just going to talk about Comic-Con to start off with.
Excellent.
So, just to kind of structure this a bit more.
Okay, good.
What was the thing that you were most excited to see at Comic-Con?
Okay, well, for me personally, the thing I was most excited to see, obviously, was the Doctor Who 50th.
Okay.
That panel was massive. It was basically the whole reason that I went.
Was it, did they show any clips from the episode?
They did. They showed us 3 trailers, or 3 clips, sorry. The first one was kind of like...
Spoilers.
No spoilers. I'll keep this spoiler-free. The first one was kind of like a recap, and they set it to look like some dubstep. It was just kind of fun, a little bit hip. The second one was a trailer for the documentary that Mark Gatiss is overseeing, Adventure in Space-Time, I believe that it's called, and it's about like the beginnings of Doctor Who on the BBC, and that looks incredibly interesting. And then the third clip that they showed us was an actual trailer for the 50th anniversary special, which is going to be feature-length and will be shown in cinemas in 3D.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's going to be incredible.
I need to catch up on Doctor Who.
You do.
That's
you
what
all
needs to
do.
happen.
But something very controversial happened at that panel as well. Before we were shown the trailer for the 50th, Stephen Moffat, the showrunner and most writer of the episodes,
he's kind of like love and hate. He has a love-hate relationship with you.
He's absolutely hated among the fandom.
Why is that? Just briefly.
We
can't talk about
potentially sexist, right?
He's incredibly sexist,
Okay.
and he ignores canon, and he believes that only his contributions to the show matter.
Okay.
And it's very just arrogant of him, and I did respect him in the beginning, but he's lost all of his credibility by this point.
There's a great video on it, actually, on YouTube. With this gentleman who has a beard.
Yes.
I know you've seen the video.
I've seen that video.
I've seen a couple of his videos. He also did Why Elementary is Better Than Sherlock.
I like this man.
And,
I like him a lot.
I wish I could cite his username, but go type up problems I have with Stephen Moffat. I think that'll do it.
That sounds familiar, yes.
Yeah.
But he was being incredibly arrogant throughout the panel even, and he made this incredibly bold, false claim that in the last episode, spoiler alert, I won't do that.
Verhoeven.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but he did.
Wonder what Adam was saying.
He did make this incredibly ridiculous claim. Spoiler alert! At the end of the season 7 finale, 11 kisses River, and he's like, "Oh, this is the first time we've ever seen the Doctor initiate a kiss with a woman." And I immediately screamed out, "No, that's not true!" And I could think of 5 off the top of my head. He just ignores everything that's not his. But he made this really controversial statement. He said anybody who films this trailer on their phone and puts it up on the internet, because that happened the previous day with Sherlock, or whenever that was, I think it was Thursday actually, he goes, we're not allowed to show any more exclusive content. If this shows up on the internet, you won't get any more exclusive content from me. And basically
that is guaranteeing that that's going to end up on the internet, because
Exactly.
One person in that panel is a jerk.
Exactly.
And other words that are too strong to say on the radio, and is going to put it on the internet to begin. I forget who it was. It might have been Ricky Gervais. Brief aside, he said, if nobody, he posted on Twitter, if nobody retweets this, I will give $50,000 or $10,000 to charity. 100 retweets. He's like, guys, you don't understand. If nobody retweets this, I will give $20,000 to charity. I think he said heart and stroke or whatever it was, or cancer or something. Even more retweets. You don't understand. I will give $50,000 away if nobody retweets this in 5 minutes. If I can go 5 minutes without getting a retweet, I won't. I swear, I will give $50,000 to charity. within a span of a minute, there was like over like 20 retweets, and he's like, people just don't listen.
No.
And people would do it just like, oh, you can't tell me what to do.
Exactly.
Take that, cancer.
It's awful. But no, like, it was just a really ridiculous thing to say. Obviously, all of the exclusive content they show at Comic-Con eventually ends up on the internet, you know? It's just the thing that happens.
Just the nature of every convention.
Exactly.
E3 is the same thing.
And if they were smart, they would use it as, like, a PR thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is exclusive, and you're not supposed to see it. And then because they make it, you know, kind of under the radar, then everybody will go watch it. And then maybe you'll get even more fans to your show, you know? It's just... I don't think he did it very properly, but that's just me.
Do you recall, actually, when they told some gentleman who's involved in HBO or something, or Game of Thrones, that his show was the most pirated show on the internet? He loved it.
Exactly. They asked us that during the panel, actually. They asked us, who here downloads this illegally? And we all cheered, and it's like, well, you know... BBC Canada doesn't get Doctor Who, so how else am I going to watch it, you know? Like, I can't wait for it to come out. I'll be spoiled on the internet. Like, they just, they don't understand how things work because they're so far on the other side, you know?
Specifically how Tumblr works.
Exactly, Tumblr, yes, exactly.
Which I've just gotten.
Yes, and we need to set that up for you because I think you really like it, actually. I think everybody would like it. It's a place for fandom.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect.
Can I just say right now? Actually, no, I'm not, because we're just going to gear the whole show towards Doctor Who, and I can't have that. So, anyway, were you were most excited for the Doctor Who panel?
I was.
Did it meet your expectations? Was it the best thing at Comic-Con you saw?
Absolutely, 100%.
All right. What was another cool thing that you saw? Like, what was the second coolest thing that you saw?
Definitely the second coolest thing I saw was Hannibal because I'm such a massive fan. But
can you explain what Hannibal is for the folks at home?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a reboot of the original Thomas Harris series that stars Hannibal Lecter. And it follows the novel of Red Dragon. So the characters we have are Will Graham, but what Brian Fuller, the showrunner, has done, and he used to write for Star Trek, and Pushing Daisies as well. He's a really cool guy in the industry. What he's done is he's rebooted it and kind of, in his own words, made it an alternate universe, which I very much appreciate. And he's gender bent a lot of the characters, which was super interesting for me. So Freddie Lowndes, the
Can you
reporter.
explain what gender bending is for the folks at home?
Yeah, I'm getting to that. Okay. Freddie Lowndes, the reporter, who was a man in the original Manhunter and Red Dragon movies, is now a woman, Frederica Lowndes. And Dr. Alan Bloom, who was the psychiatrist in the book, I'm not sure if he ever showed up in the films, I can't recall, is now Dr. Alana Bloom. And she has sort of a love interest going with Will. And it's incredibly refreshing to see something like that because it doesn't change the story whatsoever. It only adds to it. And just adding women was something that was really, nice to see.
And it capitalizes, I think, on the acting talents of the gentleman who plays the lead character.
Absolutely.
Because...
He's Nancy, by the way.
Yeah, that's it. He's always been good at doing the romantic interest thing.
He has, yes.
In playing it in fairly non-standard roles. Did you ever see Adam?
I did. I loved Adam, and that's a really good thing to bring up. Because... Oh, that was good. No, but I'm glad that you brought Adam up because, Hugh Dancy is such an incredible talent that we have, and we're so lucky to have him on the show, I think. I say this like it's my own, but I do feel that protective of it. Because in Adam, obviously, he played a man on the autism spectrum, and his character in this show, Will Graham, is also on the autism spectrum. But it's such a difference... in opinion, I guess, between the two characters because where Adam from the movie, not Adam here, obviously,
yes.
Had trouble empathizing, Will Graham has pure empathy and it allows him to sympathize and, put himself in the shoes of serial killers, and that causes so much problems for him. It makes the show so incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, is it Mads Mikkelsen? Is that how you pronounce his name?
Well, in the original, it's Mads Mikkelsen.
Okay, yeah, perfect. No, yeah, because I can't stand getting names wrong in, like, the non-standard, way.
Yeah, it's hard when we only speak English, but I've been told that his name is Mads Mikkelsen.
All right, cool. Yeah, and he is amazing.
He is absolutely incredible.
He was awesome in Casino Royale, actually. Did you ever watch... Are you a James Bond person?
I am. He played Lashif.
Yeah, and he was...
incredible.
Flawless.
He knocked it out of the park.
And I didn't... And I'm still sort of angry at myself for not having seen A Royal Affair yet.
Oh, that movie killed me. It was beautiful.
Which is, and I was even though I hadn't seen it, I was still upset that it didn't win Best Foreign Film at the Oscars.
Me too, very much so. And I hadn't seen it at that point either, but I knew from trailers and what they showed us that it was amazing, and it was.
Yeah, absolutely. The